Nag-issue ang Pilipinas ng verbal note sa China para ay protesta laban sa harassment sa mga sasakyang pandagat ng Pilipinas na nagsasagawa ng resupply mission sa Ayungin Shoal noong nakaraang linggo, sinabi ni Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo. Sa pakikipag-usap sa media sa sideline ng East-West Center Conference sa Pasay City, nanindigan si Manalo na ang pagsunod sa internasyonal na batas ay susi upang mabawasan ang tensyon sa mainit na pinagtatalo ng South China Sea. Noong nakaraang linggo, sinabi ng Armed Forces of the Philippines na sadyang binangga at tinutukan ng Chinese Coast Guard ang mga blades patungo sa mga bangka ng Philippine Navy na nagsasagawa ng resupply mission sa mga sundalong nakatalaga sa BRP Sierra Madre, ang kinakalawang na barkong pandigma na sumadsad sa Ayungin Shoal. Dahil sa banggaan, nawala ng daliri ang isang Navy officer. Inaangkin ng China ang halos buong South China Sea, na pumapatong sa mga eksklusibong economic zone ng mga kapitbahay nito sa Southeast Asia. Nalaman ng isang 2016 na arbitral award ang mga claim nito na walang legal na batayan, isang desisyon na tinanggihan ng Beijing.
Ito, medyo sa mga nangangamba na magkakagera tayo with China dahil sa tension sa South China Sea, dahil sa mga EDCA sites na naidagdag itong panahon ni PBBM. Ito, good news. May nangyaring presidential debate sa Amerika at alam nyo, yung resulta ng debate na ito, diyan ma-determine kung sinong mananalong presidente. At dito sa mananalong presidente, kapag si Trump ang nanalong presidente, malaking pag-asa na maiwasan ang giyera with China dyan sa South China Sea. Ito, iparinig ko sa inyo yung news. Hindi ko pwedeng i-upload baka ma-copyright ako. Naging disastrous, naging palpak ang performance ni President Biden sa debate at lamang na itong si Trump. At may panawagan na ngayon ang mga kakampi ni Biden na palitan na siya sa presidential election dahil mahina ang kanilang kandidato, mahina ang kaibigan ni PBBM. Nako, pag nanalo si Trump, I tell you, maiiba ang sitwasyon sa Pilipinas. Pakinggan natin ang balita.
Debate performance has ignited calls for him to get out of the race. We are now getting breaking news reports about whether Biden will be forced to bow out or if the Democratic Party will still back him. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Kayleigh McEnany on this Friday. Also joining me, host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy, Fox News contributor and president of American Spirit Enterprises, Tammy Bruce, Fox News contributor and former State Department spokesperson under President Obama, Marie Harf, and Fox News contributor and former Utah Congressman, Jason Chaffetz. We are getting new reaction to whether or not President Biden will stay in the race after a shocking and frankly quite hard performance to watch last night that ignited widespread panic across Democrats. Within 30 seconds of Biden appearing on stage, he bizarrely appeared to address a non-existent audience. And as he slowly made his way to the podium, some folks began to sense something just wasn't right.
Ito na yung speech yung salita ni Biden Pakinggan nyo. Parang hindi na siya, wala na siyang kakayaan na magpresidente. Yan, siya na yan
We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look,
wala na.
If we finally beat Medicare, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice that Black families have to make relative to child care. The idea that they're gonna, I'm proposing that everybody, the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. He wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it just stopped. I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
Yun, ganun siya magsalita at ang daming galit na
Tough to
Amerikano.
watch, and he talks to world leaders. Keep that in mind. Those 90 minutes on stage set Biden's re-election bid into total crisis.
Crisis.
It was a really disappointing debate performance from Joe Biden. His biggest issue that he had to prove to the American people was that he had the energy, the stamina, and he didn't do that.
There was one Democratic congressman I was in touch with who was on Capitol Hill at a watch party with a number of other lawmakers. This member's own reaction was that he wanted to jump off of a bridge.
He had one thing he had to accomplish, and that was reassure America that he was up to the job at his age. And he failed at that tonight. And, you have to ask, how did we get here?
They're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are...
Okay. So, yun po. Mismong kapartido ni President Biden, yung mga Democrats, dismayado kasi nautal-utal pag nagsasalita. Kaparehas niya yung best friend niya dito sa Pilipinas, si PBBM, di ba? Minsan ganyan din nagsasalita, nautal-utal. Ganon. 81 years old na siya. Matanda na. Kaya naalarma ang mga Democrats. Ito wala pa yung party nomination. Hindi pa siya sure na presidente. Parehas sila ni President Trump. They are not yet formally nominated. Kailang sila na yung talagang maglalaban. Kailang itong performance ni President Biden, itong debate, it's a total disaster. At marami ng lalo na yung mga undecided Americans, halos karamihan dahil sa performance sa debate, gusto na nila si Trump. Bago itong debate na ito, yung survey, 48% pumapabor kay Trump. Sabantalang 42% kay Biden. So ilan yon? 90%. May 10% na undecided. So itong undecided na ito mapunta kay Trump plus yung mga dating maka-Biden na dismayado mapunta. So dito makikita na malaking posibilidad na mananalo ulit si President Trump ngayong November 5 na election. So what happens kung by November 5 Trump na ang presidente? Iyon na yung usapan ni PBBM at ni Biden. I tell you, maiiba yan. Kasi iba ang foreign policy ni President Trump, iba ang foreign policy ni President Biden. Kaya, watch out. Okay? Kaya tayo namimiligro sa Pilipinas dahil sa EDCA sites. Yung, okay na lang sana yung initial EDCA sites, yung 5 panahon ni Pinoy. Okay man, hindi mo masyadong nag-react ang China nun. Ang naidagdag ngayon, yung 3 EDCA sites, 2 sa Cagayan Province at isa sa Isabela, plus yung mga missiles, yung Typhoon o yung medium range capability system na missiles na nakatutok sa China, nandyan na sa Ilocos Norte. Diyan ngayon, inis na inis ang China at ginigipit na tayo, at kung hindi maiwasan, nako, posibleng magkagera dahil sa missiles, dahil sa EDCA sites. Pag si President Trump na manalo by November 5, yun na, medyo kakalma na tayo. Mayroon nang iiyak dyan, yung kaibigan, iiyak at mababaliwala ang kanilang mga pinag-usapan. Kasi iba kung magdala si President Trump. Ayaw niya ng gera. Ang gusto niya, yung proteksyonan ang American interest sa ibang bansa, balam lang muna. Kaya ano lang siya, yung trade. Nung siyang presidente, medyo may away sila sa China. Kailang yung negosyo, trade. Gusto niya hindi maalkansi ang US. Kasi America first ang kanyang policy. Panahon niya, nakikipag-dialogue siya kay President Putin ng Russia. Nakikipag-dialogue siya kay President Kim Jong-un, basta sa North Korea. So, ito yung presidente na ayaw ng gera. Yan ang kailangan natin. Ito yung presidente na nag-withdraw sa NATO, yung North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Yung dahilan kung bakit nagkagera sa Ukraine, Russia, kasi hinimok nila ang Ukraine na magpa-member sa NATO. Doon nagalit si President Putin kasi once nga naging NATO member si itong Ukraine, delikado na ang Russia, kaya inunahan niya, in-invade niya. So, makakaiwas tayo sa gera basta si President Trump ang manalo sa Amerika. At ito sa performance sa debate na ito, medyo alanganin na ang best friend ng ating presidente. Let's pray kasi may susunod pang debate. Basta apektado tayo kung ano ang resulta sa US presidential elections.